Hey, who's ready to get on track with simple savings? Welcome back, people, and a huge welcome to my Thrival Tribe. If you haven't met me before, my name is Lexi Tommy, and this is my Thrival Guide. Every Thursday, I sit down, I talk to you about how to get your life together. It's a fun little channel on adulting, and it's going to help everything in your day-to-day go much smoother. So stay tuned today and subscribe below so I can keep coming back to you on Thursdays. So how is it going? Today we're going to cover a few simple ideas to get your savings in check. As with last week, we are talking about changing our habits around money, setting up different budgets and goals so that you can have an easier life financially. It will help you focus on something other than all that Christmas debt you racked up in December. This month, I know that the bills have hit you hard, and so I want you to be able to be in tackle mode and go to it. And let's say that you didn't overspend during the Christmas season. With inflation going up, we have housing going up and utilities going up, gas, groceries, outings, restaurants, everything seems to be skyrocketing, and the paycheck hasn't. So there is a difference that everyone is going to be sharing in the next few months. The information I'm giving you today may just be the little boost you needed to get started. Feeling in debt can be embarrassing, and it's something few people talk about. Today, we're going to go through a list of ideas that can help you get back in control and increase your savings. So let's get started. And we'll get started where we left off from last week. Number 1, distractions. Get a hobby. No, really, go get a hobby. Do something other than shopping. Get distracted with that painting set that you bought 3 years ago and never used. Get distracted by replacing the urge to shop with working out, doing a little mini workout right in the spot you're in to reduce that urge. Get distracted with something else, like maybe if you're wanting to hit your fitness goals, maybe you have a little workout when you get the urge to shop. It'll change your change your reaction at least, and change your motivation of what you want to focus on instead. Get distracted in not leaving the home. It's a cold winter month. Get distracted in not leaving the home during this cold winter month. Maybe just sit at home and sort and organize and purge your home like you've always wanted to do. Keep busy with other things than just shopping. And honestly, shopping can be a compulsion for some people. So distract yourself with the things that need to get done and the investments in your energy that you want to take. Next, grocery shop 1 time per week. I'm telling you, this is going to make a massive difference for anybody that was like me. I would go to the grocery store, I would buy 3 things that I needed, and I would buy 5 things that I didn't, or 5 impulse buys, even if it was food or household items or clothing. It would be multiple things that I didn't need because I was going to the store. Grocery shop with a planned list that you organized because you are meal planning. Grocery shop with a planned list that you stick to. And plan it all out. Plan out your breakfasts, your snacks, your lunches, your suppers, and all the side dishes that go with it so that you're prepared and have exactly what you need and nothing extra. And before you place that order, if that's what you're doing, because that's what I do, and I order my groceries online. But before I place that order, I make sure that I go through and take out anything that I have already. So if I have a side dish, if I have potatoes for mashed potatoes. So if I have a side dish of mashed potatoes, I will take potatoes off the list. It's not something that I need to buy and access. Sometimes it will take an adjustment, not just for you and your planning, but also for your family. Have them add to the list as things are coming empty or are needed, rather than adding what they would like to the list and on an impulse too. It may take an adjustment, but they'll start to learn very quickly that things don't get purchased unless they are on the list. But trust me, in the end, it is worth the adjustment and you'll be healthier and wiser for it. And if you plan out those meals, it's just going to naturally fit. You're going to be eating out less. Eating out is so expensive these days. I don't know if it's just because of the grocery prices or if it was because of COVID with the grocery prices, but to go out for a meal or to eat takeout is really expensive. I can make a bulk freezer meal for under $5 that's healthy for my family, and I cannot purchase cheeseburgers from McDonald's for them for that. Next, I want you to learn about the value. Learning about value is a really important factor in saving money. And it took me a while to kind of figure that out. So I'm going to give you the example of stocking stuffers for Christmas. At Christmas time, I would often buy all these tiny little things that maybe got used, maybe didn't get used, little tiny things just to fill up the stocking. And instead, I switched my mind frame to value because some of those items were getting used and some of them weren't. So I found that instead of spending $20 or $30 on tiny little items that I'm plugging up the stocking with, instead I would buy 3 good quality items that would actually get used. And the difference that made in terms of minimalism, in terms of use, in terms of value, and sometimes was a savings in money because I bought one big thing rather than 500 little things, made a big difference in my budget and the way my household ran. It takes a little mind shift, but if you go in with a plan, you can make that happen for you too. And with that, I want you to think quality over quantity. So that's the next point. It seems like the same point, but I'm telling you it's a different point. And I'm giving you the example here of kids' clothing. I'll give you the example of when my daughter was little. This will make sense to you if I do that. I would go to Walmart like everybody else and maybe buy 10 little sleepers, realizing that she didn't really need 10. She probably could have done with 3 or 4. And that the quality I was buying, because they were cheaper and on sale, was that they weren't washing well, they weren't keeping their color, and they weren't fitting nicely. So instead, I decided to buy quality over quantity, and I have never looked back. Now, this doesn't mean that I necessarily spend a fortune. I am not spending any more or any less, really. I'm buying quality. So I will buy 4 really nice, beautiful quality, high-end t-shirts that fit well, that wash well, that last, and I have the potential of reselling down the road, rather than buying 10 shirts that maybe cost the same in the end and don't last. Quality over quantity will absolutely make a difference. Next, plan ahead. Plan those snacks when you're going to gymnastics. That's a really good example for our house here. There is a little cafe at the spot where my son takes gymnastics, and every class he gets let out past this cafe. Instead, I make sure that I bring snacks that he's going to love, that I prepackage at home. It keeps us healthy. It gives him a little treat at the end. In fact, we have stayed there for a play and had lunch and had a great day that cost nothing. Planning ahead with those snacks and the pre-filled water bottles, and planning to save money by not being left in a position where you're not ready to go. Next, I love pre-planning fun. There are tons of free activities out there. You just have to look for them, and taking advantage of those free activities while packing your own snacks and lunches, while bringing your pre-filled water bottles, while making sure that you're all set and ready to go, can mean that your family has an absolutely fabulous time for almost zero money. Arranging things with family and friends and play dates where the kids go running in the park while you sit there for a coffee you brought from home can make a big difference in your day. It doesn't hassle your schedule. Next, I want you to look at your utilities. Utility costs are going so high these days, and I want you to be able to make an impact in that area too. Koho.ca, Koho.ca, it has some great ideas on how to save on your utility bills. I'll link the article in the description box below, but I want you to take a second and look over some of the great ideas that they have They talk about things like phantom energy. They talk about things of avoiding the oven. And they talk about things like avoiding the dryer and using a dryer rack. They have great ideas on there to save in energy and all your utilities. Next, work out from home. With all of the ideas out there, all you need is a Pinterest account in order to find some pictures, videos, and stream out your own workout at home. You don't have to have any fancy equipment. Using your body weight can make a big difference in how you look and feel. And remember, it's not about the big fancy gym membership. That gym membership is not holding you accountable. That gym membership is making you feel guilty if you're anything like me. Instead, find an accountability buddy. Find somebody that is also having the same goals and chat with them about when you're going to do your workouts. It's not about what you use or what you pay or what you have. It's how you do it. Build a plan for yourself, be consistent on it, and I guarantee you'll have better results. Next, know what you have and use what you have. That's why I love having a minimized home. I actually know what I have in my inventory, and I know 10 other things that can do the trick too. This means that I'm not spending unnecessarily, I'm not buying multiple items, and I'm not wasting my time and money on things that aren't going to impact my day in a positive way. Next, streamline your personal care routine. Par down to 5 makeup items that you need to get ready in the morning, like a 3-step skincare routine and 1 shampoo and 1 conditioner in the shower. If you have more than that, try and put it in a tote, storing it away until you run empty with the other categories so you can pick from the new inventory. Having a surplus of inventory can make for decision fatigue and can clutter up your home unnecessarily. Putting it away in a tote so that you have extras when you need it can make a big difference. And then pay attention to that before going and shopping for new shampoo. See if you can use up what you have already. Try a wardrobe capsule for you and your kids. Kids don't need a lot of clothes, they just need enough. Figure out what enough means for you and your child. 1 shirt for each day of the week means that you are doing laundry once a week. If you have 8 or 9 shirts, that's probably enough to buy you some extra time. Figure out how much is enough by figuring out how many items you need of each category, and then stick to it. Making a wardrobe capsule for when your child goes to the next size can make a big difference. Next, pre-plan what you need for clothing. In March, start figuring out what size your child will be for the spring and summertime, and start purchasing items that they are going to need for that time frame. If you're a really good planner, you might start in fall to buy summer items for the next upcoming year. It's a great time to save on t-shirts, tanks, shorts, swimming suits, sandals, and all kinds of summer wear. Know what is on sale and when. It's just like knowing what fruits and veggies are in season. January is the best time to buy linens and furniture. Where June, that's when like the paint goes on sale. And seasonal clothing, of course, is cheaper when the season is ending. Pre-planning for that can make a big difference. And lastly, learn to do it yourself. This is a huge thing in my household. My husband and I both love to learn new things, and we love to try and do it ourselves. Learning from YouTube or Pinterest is just as easy as being shown how to do it yourself. With YouTube and Pinterest available, you can learn just about anything. Knowing how to do your own car repair, your own oil changes, knowing how to fix a shelf in your home, knowing how to take care of things around you, knowing how to do your hair, knowing how to do your nails, whatever the category may be, will save you a ton of money in the end. So there you go. Here are 15 ways to start you off on your journey and 15 ways to sneak you in a little savings along the way. Reach out to me in the comments below. I love hearing from you and hearing all of your ideas. Share with me the little things that you save money on as well. I want to welcome my thrivers to my Thrival Tribe. We'll see you soon.